G'day everybody, this is Adam from www.hurom.com.au, and look, purpose of this video, I get a few calls from customers, basically, sometimes just some fairly basic questions around, the design of the Hurom, what are certain parts for. So if you've just bought a Hurom, this video is for you. What we've actually got here as our sort of our sample Hurom is just the head unit of a Hurom HC. Which really carries most of the common features of the current range of Huroms and some of the accessories. So I'm just going to run through this, and we haven't got the base unit in picture because we don't really need it. So just to get stuck straight in, when you get your Hurom out of the box, it's going to come as a ready assembled unit like this. Okay, so just to break it down, and then we'll just build it up as we go along. This is the main bowl, and what they refer to as the bowl. It has three silicon components to it. The first one being under here, which is this little sort of silicon flap that attaches into what is the pulp ejection spout. Now, why is it removable? Well, you can basically take it out and you can pour water down it when it gets a little bit blocked at the end of a juicing thing, and get in here and basically remove some of the pulp. Okay, it needs to be in order to get a good juice, and it basically acts as like a trajectory for your pulp. So in for juicing, out for cleaning, and always just try and remember when you start a juice, have I got that little silicon flap inserted in there? So always worth a check. The next part is a relatively new feature in 2013 that Hurom have introduced, the juice cap, another patented feature from Hurom. And basically, it's a silicon lined little trap door. This is the where the juice comes out of. Now, previously on older models, you'd put some product in, juice comes sort of just dripping out. Makes a bit of a drippy mess. And if you're doing different products, it's kind of doesn't really mix it very well. So the benefit of this is you keep this closed. The Hurom will fill up to 300 mils. And that's its maximum of juice internally. It'll keep on sort of gently mixing that juice. So if you're doing different products, it's great just to get a good mix. And then you can just basically dispense the juice as you want. So you might have, two people, you just get a glass under there, dispense, stop, give the glass away, dispense, stop, and it just stops that bit of annoying dripping. So the great nice little feature there from Hurom with the juice cap. The next the third silicon component is just this little silicon washer here, okay, and this basically again acts as a little pad for the auger to just sit on, and it's removable. And what I do recommend that probably every sort of few juices you do actually remove that, give it a wash with some soapy water, wash around here, because you do get a bit of juice getting stuck around there, and that's just a good little bit of maintenance for hygiene as well. So we like to just be mindful of giving that a clean every now and again, and that just pops back in there. So that's the juice bowl. And just in terms of the assembly, our next part that sits in here is basically, this is the juice capture brushes. So this just slots in very easily and just goes around there. Now there are some more silicon parts on here, two washers if you like, and these basically serve to work around the juice and to make sure it gets pushed out of the Hurom. Now this is brand new, so it's a little bit stiff, but these, as you can see, come out. They are replaceable. We do sell parts for these, and they slot back in. So again, over time you're going to get a little bit of juice caught in there. I would just keep an eye on that, and just every few washes just make sure that is clean, just in some soapy water and just dried off. Okay, so that just pops back in there. So this sits in here. Okay, so that's all very simple. The next thing is we put our strainer in. Now you're going to find that there are most likely two strainers that come with your Hurom. There is a fine strainer and also a coarse strainer. This is the most commonly used strainer I find by most people. It's really what I use pretty much exclusively. You can use the coarse strainer, is really good, say if you want to incorporate a banana into your juice to make a bit more of a smoothie. You want more of the banana in, so these larger holes will allow more pulp to come into your juice. Okay, so that's really the idea behind find that. So if you're looking to make more of a fruit-based smoothie, then I'd recommend that you get onto the coarse strainer to make your juice with. But generally, you will find that the fine strainer is your go-to strainer for most of your juices. So we're going to pop that in now. Now, some people do get stuck on this, and I've had a few calls where people are a little bit frustrated. You just need to simply follow the arrow sign. So there is a white arrow here, there is a white arrow there, which says open. Okay, we just need to make sure that that white arrow is matching to the open white arrow. Okay, and when you've done that, you will find, you can just put your palm of your handle on there, that it's really quite nice and snug. If it's not lined up, you've got all this sort of thing going on. So we want this nicely lined up like that, and then that makes sure that that's really locked in. Okay, so that's the strainer in. Now the next component is the auger, and the auger doesn't need to be matched up in any way, but it should just sit in nicely into the base there. Okay, and the way to really check that is you'll just see that it's flush with the top of the strainer. Now when they're brand new, they can be a little bit sticky, so just be patient. You never really need to force anything there with the Huron. You should just find that just all sat in there and nice and snug now. Now the next assembly stage is the lid. Okay, now this lid has a little magnetic safety catch on it. You can't see it, but there's a magnet underneath there. It needs to be placed on, again, following the arrow. So there's an arrow there, and that needs to again match up with the arrow on the side of the bowl that says open. When that's matched up, you then just lock it. It's just a few degrees twist, and so that the arrow is matching up with the one that says closed. And hey presto, it's closed. And that is the Huron ready to go. That will then just simply sit on top of your base unit. There's a little, on this one it's a screw lock, some of them are magnetic locks, and always just make sure that this stem, the feeder chute, is sat at the back of the juicer, and these two spouts are basically facing out at the front. Okay, so that's it. And in terms of extras, you've obviously got the pusher, which you don't really need to use that much with the Huron. We don't ever really need to be forcing product down. And you've got a cleaning toothbrush, which again is good for just getting underneath this drum and getting out some of the product that can get stuck in the feeder chute. And this one actually just comes with the higher range models, which is again just another little cleaning sort of widget. I tend to find that a long-handled cleaning brush, such as this, sort of an IKEA style dishwashing brush, is really good for just again running under the tap. And it's these components. I just really run under the tap and I just clean like that. So I don't even really use any soap for my general cleans. And again, if you imagine I'm just under a tap like that, and it's the quickest way to clean the strainer. I mean, the overall, all the parts. So just around like that, and then just leave it out to dry. Don't put the top back on when it's all wet, the lid, because what you'll find is that you'll get a little bit of sort of moisture collecting in. You need it to be, I'd set it up like that after cleaning. It can still be wet, and just let it dry, open, and then put the lid back on, and we're good to go. So that's just really Huron 101, just assembly. If you've got any other questions, we've got a load of FAQs at our website, www.huron.com.au. My name's Adam, and thanks for watching.